Today I'll be talking about what Frontier City, a Six Flags park located in Oklahoma City, Oklahoma, needs to be a better park. This park opened in 1958 and was purchased by Six Flags / Premier Rides in 1987, and then the park was sold in 2006, and it was owned by a different company, and then Six Flags bought it again in 2018. And they've definitely been doing some stuff to keep the park up and going, and they've been doing some stuff to make the park better, but there definitely is a lot more that the park could do to become better. So I'm just going to be discussing what they could do, so let's get to it. So they have 5 roller coasters, which is the least amount for any Six Flags park. And those are Diamondback, which is an Arrow shuttle loop, Silver Bullet, which is a Schwarzkopf looping star, Wildcat, which is a PTC Woody, Steel Lasso, which is a Vekoma family suspended coaster, and Frankie's Mine Train, which is a Zamperla kiddie coaster. And now let's go to the Thrilling Flat Rides. They have Brain Drain, which is a Larson Super Loop, Gunslinger, which is a Zamperla Power Surge, Soaring Eagle, which is kind of like a zipline type attraction, and they do have one dark ride, which is Quick Draw, which is the Sally Corp shooting dark ride. And other notable attractions, they have Tin Lizzie's, which is electric antique car. That's pretty cool. They have Bucky's Whistle Stop Depot, which is a train ride, and they have Casino, which is a chance ride Trabant. And their water rides, they have Mystery River Log Flume, which is a Hopkins Log Flume, and Renegade Rapids, which is the Hopkins River Rapids. For a small park, that's actually a pretty decent lineup. They obviously have a lot of gaps, like they could use more family rides, and some more coasters. We're about to discuss that. So, what kind of coasters could they use? Something I could definitely see them getting is possibly an SNS 40 free spin. They're very cheap rides, and Six Flags obviously works with SNS. And Six Flags has done this before where they put free spins in pretty close locations. Like you have Six Flags Over Texas and Six Flags Fiesta Texas, and Six Flags New England and Six Flags Great Adventure. So it probably wouldn't be that bad to put SNS 40 free spin near the Texas Six Flags parks. Maybe they can theme it to a Wild West type attraction, because this park mainly is Wild West themed and is pretty good at that. So I definitely think that this would be a pretty solid fit at this park. And another coaster I could possibly see here is an RMC hybrid. Now they could go with an extreme one, or they could go with an RMC family hybrid. I don't know which one would be more likely, but I mean, it'd probably be the family hybrid. This is more of a family park, but you never know. But I was thinking they could RMC Wildcat, but I realized that they just got new trains this year, so Wildcat's probably going to be sticking around for quite a bit. So I think that an RMC hybrid would work well. Definitely, obviously, be ground up, so you're not going to RMC Wildcat. But whether it be family or big one with inversions and airtime, it would definitely be a really nice fit here. I don't really know where they would put it because this park does not have a ton of space, but we'll get to that in a little bit. But yeah, it would be a really nice fit here. And finally, I could definitely see them getting a GCI wooden coaster. Wildcat is definitely known to be more of a family coaster, or at least it definitely rides like one. So they could get a larger scale GCI, maybe not huge, but maybe something along the size of Kentucky Rumbler, or something along those lines. It would definitely work really well here. I mean, yeah, like I said, they do have a wooden coaster, but I think a more extreme wooden coaster would also work very nice here. But yeah, and it would fit with the theme of the park, this Wild West type. So yeah, it definitely would be cool. And now thrilling flat rides, what kind of thrilling flat rides could they use? They could get a Larson drop tower. We see some parks do this, and obviously Six Flags works with Larson because they have the Larson Super Loop, so they could very well get a Larson drop tower. I don't know if Larson still makes those drop towers, but if they do, that'd be very nice, and I think it would work fantastic here. It would really add to the thrill level of the park. And I could potentially see them getting a chance freestyle, something like Great Escape. It would be a small attraction, but it would be nice and thrilling for any thrill seeker. And other attractions, they could obviously get more kids rides in their kids section if they even have a major kids section. And they could also get a Zamperla Disco. A Zamperla Disco would work cool, especially, Six Flags works with Zamperla because they built a couple of the Zamperla kiddie coasters, especially the one here at Frontier City, which just opened in 2019. So they could very well get a Zamperla Disco. It would work really well, add to the family lineup, and it would be very nice. And any coaster removals, the only major coaster removal I could see happening in the next 5 to 10 years would probably be Diamondback. I don't know how likely that would be, but I do hear this ride does close a lot for people, but they did just install apparently a new roof to the station, so this ride could be sticking around for a while. but that's really the only major coaster I could see leaving. And any available space, like I mentioned earlier, this park doesn't have a ton of space since it's kind of, the park itself is kind of small. So, and most of the rides that they have are pretty small. So, most of the coasters and like fly rides I listed would be kind of small attractions, but still on the extreme level, just wouldn't take a lot of space. So there's a little bit of space next to Wildcat, and obviously there's like some storage space they could use up. And they could pull Kentucky Kingdom and make part of the park go across the street. And we've seen, obviously, Kentucky Kingdom does this, and Six Flags Over Texas also does this with Judge Roy's Scream. So it's definitely a possibility that they could do that. I don't know how likely that would be, because they'd have to like build a tunnel to get to the other side of the park, or just cross the street. I don't know how that would work, but it probably would cost a lot of money to do that. So I can see why they wouldn't do that and just work with the space that they currently have. But you never know. So do I think Frontier City has a bright future? They kinda not do. I mean, like I said, it's a small park. It's gonna stay towards the locals, not really gonna draw any like huge crowds or anything. So I think this park is good for what it is. It'll continue to draw the locals, but that's pretty much it. It won't really draw any tourists that are coming to Oklahoma. So I think that the park is fine for the way it is right now, but I don't think it has a bright future per se. So that is what I think Frontier City will look like soon. Do you guys agree with this? Let me know down in the comment section below. And please be sure to subscribe. It would really mean a lot to me. Smash the like button. And hopefully see you soon. See you guys. Bye.